to run out there Saturday for that first snap, Florida State.
Oh, it was big. It was real fun. My first time running down the hill this year, so it was good. It was exciting for me. A lot of emotions, but it's just always good to go out there and play lineup against Florida State and being the great team they are.
How good does it feel to be back in the starting lineup?
I felt good. It felt good for this 1 week. I don't know how it's gonna go next week, but it felt real good to be out there and starting for the first time with my brother Carlos on the side of me.
Where do you think you fit in with the DT rotation?
I think it's just it depends. I feel like I fit in well. I think it's a good rotation we got going now. We got 5 good guys who play right now, and then we can bring Alvin along. So I think no matter who you throw out there, what two you throw out there, it's gonna be a good rotation.
As a defense, what adjustments did you have to make after Dalvin Cook going?
It was a miscommunication of a call. I knew I was running the wrong call. A couple of the guys were. So it's just a miscommunication. It wasn't really. It was a great play on his part, finding the hole and finishing the run. But it was really a lot of miscommunication on our part. We got that corrected, and we were able to bottom them up a little bit in the game.
I tried to watch Saturday to see if I noticed a pattern, but on 1 3rd down, it may be you and Scott, or it may be Scott and Christian, or it just didn't matter. There was no pattern to it. How does this group compare to what you had last year?
It's just kind of the same. It's kind of that no drop off mentality that they taught us back then. We don't really expect any drop off. When they were here, they didn't expect any drop off for us. So we don't expect any drop off for when the guys that or whoever goes in. Whoever goes in, that's who you got to put their hand in the dirt. You got to trust them. And we're a close knit group. The D tackles, we laugh, we joke on each other all the time. We're always together. So I think it's a testament to Coach Brooks and the kind of way our segment is set up and how we really lean on each other and we expect greatness out of everybody.
How do you get in this rhythm where it doesn't matter who's alongside you, you're going to make plays?
It's just playing together so much. He sends different groups out there in practice. It's not like some one set group's going to be out there practicing. He sends different groups and different guys out there. He has a rotation in practice, probably the same one he has in the game. So you get used to playing with different guys. You get comfortable with them. You go through the drills with them. So it's just you get real comfortable with playing and doing whatever you have to do with that next guy next to you, no matter who it is.
How much of an advantage is it having so many guys that can rotate in and out, keep you all fresh?
Oh, it's really good. It keeps us fresh. Some teams it's really hard sometimes with that no-huddle offense. Some teams run getting us on off the field and then not changing personnel. But it's really good because that next guy, when you can't go play that next guy, you don't have to worry about that next guy not being able to go in and handle it.
You obviously took pretty good care of yourself, worked real hard in your time away from the team. That game against Miami, you made a real athletic play.
Yeah.
But how close do you feel that you are as game ready as you were back in August?
I think I'm pretty much game ready. This week was a real test. I played a lot of more plays than I thought I would. So I played good, felt good throughout the game. So I feel like I'm pretty much game ready.
What do you remember about that game a couple of years ago up at Syracuse in that dome, that environment?
It's hot up there. That's what I remember. I remember it's hot in that dome. It's cold outside in the city, and it's hot in that dome. They're a good team. They've had some tough games this year. LSU, a couple of teams. They fight hard, and so I don't expect anything different when we go there.
DJ, you talked about how good it felt physically to be out there.
Yeah.
When you're out there, how good does it feel to be in the right frame of mind too?
Oh, it feels good. Brain clear, and I feel like I'm able to do what I need to do. Go out there and get after the players I need to play. It's just my job is just be disruptive, and I feel like I can be disruptive when I'm in a clear mindset.
It sounds like the guys in the locker room welcomed you back immediately and stuff. Do you guys still come up to you, maybe even some of the younger guys, and say, "Hey, what was that all about?" Or can you tell us about it?
Yeah, nobody really asked me about it.
Yeah.
It was kind of something I discussed with my teammates.
Yeah.
And so they know what it was about, and so they don't really ask about it. They're just glad that I'm doing fine and everything's good.
You were one of the leaders on the team when you left, and now you're back. Has the leadership role changed, adjusted at all?
I don't think my leadership role expectations have changed. I still push the guys. I'm more of a not as much of a vocal leader anyway. I'm more of a do it as you will leader and just lead by example. So I think it hadn't changed much. Those guys still come to me, ask questions, and lean on me a little bit. So I think that they didn't expect anything different.
Who took that vocal role?
It's different. In the D tackle section, a lot of us don't really talk very much. You know, I mean, especially not to the whole team as much. We talk a lot amongst each other, and I think I'm more of a vocal leader in that segment. But as far as the whole defense, you got guys like Ben, BJ, Kevin Dodd. Those guys talk a lot to the defense. You know, Mac talks a lot to the whole defense. So we got a bunch of guys who talk a good amount. So it's no need to add a few more.
The last 2 road games for you guys have been kind of a mixed bag defensively. Did you learn some things from the NC State game that you can carry over to on the road this week?
Oh yeah, I think we learned that, you know, we just got to take it down at a time. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves. And, you know, we're going to get our best shot from everybody. So, I mean, we got to be ready for that, be prepared that we need to go out there and always play with our backs against the wall. Just play aggressive and be smart and know what's going on.
Did the coaches give you any kind of message just about winning the division?
You know, they were excited for us. You know, they just said we just got to keep going out there and taking care of business. Coach Swinney's had this thing he's got going 15 for 15. He said, well, we made him print 14. We just got to keep taking care of business and get that 15. But, so, I mean, they were excited for us. You know, it's always a good thing when you can clinch the division first game in November. So, it was good.
What did it mean to do that? To celebrate?
You know, just went home, went out with my friends and my teammates and stuff. So, I mean, nothing really too over the top. We were just excited we got a win against Florida State. It's somebody that I hadn't beaten since I've been here. No team has, so I mean, with the exception of Sharon, but so we were just excited that we finally got over that home.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What did it mean that you clinched the division against Florida State, not against Virginia or anybody like that, like they've done in the
It
past?
was important, you know. It's always a big game to come out and play Florida State. So I mean, it was an exciting game, and you know, it was just good to be able to go out there and finally defeat that giant that had been standing in our way.
DJ, you missed I'm sorry.
Given that everything you've invested in this, in yourself and in this program, it would have been almost tragic for you to miss this run. How has this been for you?
I mean, it's been good. It's helped me grow up a lot. I've faced some adversity and had to really grow up from it, walk through it alone, and you know, had to support my teammates. But it's been good to be able to get back. And it's really important for me to get back. You know, I could have shied away from it, but I really needed to take care of it, so I was glad I got back.
Well, you invested a lot strong. In a lot of ways, you're cashing in your investment.
Exactly.
Was part of it that you kind of felt that your teammates needed you? Was that extra motivation for you to come back?
I mean, I knew that I didn't feel like they needed me. They were doing fine without me. I just wanted to be a part of this team. You know, that was a lot of motivation for me. You know, just to grow up was a motivation for me. You know, I needed to start growing a little bit as a man. So it was just to defeat this adversity I was coming through. I've never been a guy who's laid down on the face of adversity. So I really wanted to show that I could beat something that was overcoming me at the moment.
DJ, do you miss baseball?
You know, sometimes I miss it. Not really built for it anymore, but I do miss it a little bit.
Do they let you get in the cage every once in a while? You get in the cage?
When I go home, I might take some soft toss with my hitting coach and stuff. You know, his son's just now getting ready to come out of high school, go to college, so I go fool around with him a little bit. But as far as me getting there here, no.
Being a senior, how special is it to know what this team has accomplished and what this team could still have in front of it?
I mean, it's good. You know, I'm proud of the guys, and you know, we've been waiting a long time for this. You know, it's just good to be out there playing with them and just enjoying this moment. We're gonna take it a game at a time and just excited for what we have in front of us. You know.
Do you or anybody on this team look at those Heisman candidate lists, and do you think Deshaun should be on there?
I mean, no, I don't look at it. Of course, I think he's a great player, great quarterback, and I think he should be on it. I'd be surprised if he wasn't on it, but you know, there's some other great guys out there doing great jobs with a little bit less team than what we have. But I mean, I definitely think he should be up there.